Hi guys, I'm April Sunshine and welcome to my very first simple guide to how to find your shiny den. Before we get started, I would like to point out that this guide is 100% guaranteed to get you a shiny. However, whether or not you're going to be able to find one is totally up to you. How determined you are, how willing you are to be precise and follow exactly what I'm going to tell you to do, okay? This will not be easy. It'll be simple. I'll break it down into step by step so that even if you're new to the game, even if you're totally new and never had any idea how to find a shiny den, you'll be able to do it. But I want to be totally clear with you. This will not be easy. This will not be quick. This will not be fun. Finding a shiny den is a very long, intensive, can be very frustrating. Well, I was finding my shiny den, I cried, not gonna lie. I was so frustrated and so down on myself, I literally cried. But I chose not to give up, and guess what? It worked, okay? And I can prove that it worked by showing you my shiny Arcanine right now. I'm gonna jump into my den and show you the Arcanine. You can tell that it's shiny, of course, by the sparkly stars that are gonna burst out of him. Shiny Arcanine is kind of a gold color. He is right there. Boom! Shiny. Now let's get started teaching you how to do it. We're gonna start with my new account, which is a baby account. He's about level 16-ish, so right near the beginning of the game. I'm gonna close out this one first. Alright, so here's my baby account. We're switching over right now. Now, I've set this up to be friendly toward audible learners and also visual learners. So as you can see, I did put the directions right here on the screen. So if you'd like to screenshot that real quick, that could help you if you're usually good at something that's written down rather than something that somebody is just explaining to you. Okay, we're gonna flee from this because it's a waste of time. Now, let's say you've just got into the wild area. That's about where I am. Like, I've seen maybe one town past the wild area itself, so right at the beginning. The first thing you're going to need to do is obtain wishing pieces, and that can be really annoying when you first start because you only get 50 watts by touching these. This is how you get your watts. You only get 50 at a time. Now, if the beam is shooting up, you'll get 300, so that's better. So what I would recommend is I just ran around this pond right here, just touching each of these and trying to get, you know, the watts from them. And don't forget to save every now and again in case your game crashes or you run into a wild Pokemon that gets your butt. I do recommend saving regularly. So here's one right here, and I'm going to teach you the very simplest, easiest way to skip forward in time. Because each day, these dens are going to give you more and more watts. Now, if you run up to one and it already has a beam like this coming out, chances are that's a daily beam, and tomorrow it's going to disappear. My goodness, see? These Pokemon will run right up to you, and some of them will kick your butt. So I'm going to show you how to skip to the next day so that once you've got the watts one day, you can get them from the next day too. Okay, so just click on this. Make sure you're not connected to the internet. Here's how to do that. Hit Y, and in the top right over there, you want to see local communication. That's good. If you see internet instead, I want you to disconnect, because if you do this while connected, it can be super annoying to the people who see your raids. All your friends are going to see that, and as soon as they try to get into the raid, you're going to shut it down and they're not going to be happy with you, right? So in order to disconnect, you're going to push the plus button and it'll say, would you like to disconnect from the internet? Just hit A to say yes. Now you're disconnected. Go back in. Choose invite others. Now we're going to push the home button and you're going to go down to settings. All the way down. System. And date and time. Push A on that. Now, one thing I want you to check before we get started. Synchronized clock via internet, you want that off. Usually it's on by default. Turn that off yourself so that it looks like mine. It's grayed out and it says off. Now scroll down to date and time and simply push 1. 1 up and it'll bring you to the next day. Hit B to get out of there, get back to the game, get out of here. And voila, here we are. Now you see the base of the den is pink again. These Pokemon, oh my good lord. Wouldn't it be cool if a shiny one ran into me though? Not gonna lie, that would be really cool. I would probably scream. I've seen somebody do that. They were just trying to do like a how-to video and ran into a shiny Stomp. That'd be so cool. Anyway, look, it's pink now, which means you can collect more watts off of it. So go ahead and click it and see I'm at 2,800. Now I'm at 3,100, so I got 300 watts from that. And here we go. It's another drift blim. Now, if you're doing this with a beam that you just found, chances are the beam will go away and it'll only give you 50 watts the next day. Just run to another den and do it again and again and again. Finally, once you get 3,000 watts, which you could see I had 3,100, you're going to go and find one of the guys who's dressed in white and black. And if you can use the taxi through your map, go ahead and use that. You want to go to like right here or right here. Both of these areas are going to have the guy in the white. So let's fly to this one. And there he is. He's wearing white and black. We want to talk to him. And he's going to ask us if we want to spend our watts. Yes. Okay, so here we go. There's 3,100, and we're going to get a wishing piece. You may have noticed that my game is in French. That's because I'm going to be hosting foreign shiny baby Pokemon. If you didn't know, there are some Pokemon that you can only access at the beginning of the game. And most people who are hosting shiny raids are doing it after the game because they have nothing else to do. So they can't access the Pokemon that I can access on this new account of mine. You have to actually go forward in the game quite a bit before you can actually properly host these, which is really annoying. But it's worth it in my opinion, so I'm going through it. This is my new account that I'm going to be saving just for Patreons. Or patrons rather, on my Patreon. So once people sign up for, I think it's like $3 a month, I will offer them, you know, a year's worth of Nintendo Switch Online, 3 Master Balls, and then 3 random shinies. And then on top of that, you get access to my Discord, where you can get the code to get, number 1, be my friend, and number 2, get into all my shiny raids. I'm gonna go for Square Shiny Babies. See, this drift blim right here is an example of the babies that you can't get anywhere else. It's a golden drift blim, adorable. So that's why I'm going through this long and intensive process to get him. He's so pretty. Anyway, once you've bought your wishing piece, it's time to move on to step 2. Use Cerebi to select your game. They just keep running into me. But that's okay because I don't need that anyway. Now we're going to switch to looking at my desktop because we're going to go to Cerebi. I'll put the link in the description below to Cerebi. So just check out that link. Or go to Google and just type in Cerebi Raid Dance. Go. And then just click on the first thing that comes up. And here it is. Here are the Cerebi Raid Dents. Now, Cerebi is an excellent source for all kinds of Pokemon information. I know that usually when you try to find information for Sword and Shield, you get all these stupid, like journalist type things. Like, somebody wrote an article and it's not very helpful. Don't even bother with that. Just type in Cerebi and then whatever you're trying to find. You know, like Cerebi Noibat Pokedex entry of Pokemon Shield. You know, whatever. So here we're looking at the raid dens, and this will tell you, see, it's got a little picture to show you what the den looks like. It's got the location, and it's got the Pokemon that are in it. And this is broken up between which game you're playing. So I'm playing Sword, so it would be the top 3 right here that I would find. And it's also broken up to between what level you are. So I'm low level, so I can only get this first row right here. Those are the babies I mentioned earlier. If you've already beat the game, you're going to get anything in the second or third row, but not the first row. Got that? Lastly, it's broken up between whether you have a pink beam or a purple beam. The pink beams are called common, and then the purple is called rare because there's only a 10% chance that you're going to get that. And usually the Pokemon that come from the rare beam are going to be the more rare and desirable ones. So, what you're going to do is just scroll down and take a look at the Pokemon on offer, take a look at what you might want to host, and once you've found the one that you want to host, go ahead and look at that picture and go run around the wild area until you find the correct one. This can be tricky. It can take quite a bit of time. Mine actually is toward the bottom, and it's one of the very few that are near the Watchtower ruins. See this? This one is mine right there. And as you can see, there's the drift blim that we saw that I was on earlier. Okay, so here are the babies that I'm going to be able to access, and as you can see on the second and third rows, they're not there. So anybody who's beat the game is not going to be able to get to the babies that I'm going to be able to get. Very exciting. Okay, so we know what den we want, and we're going to find it in the wild, and then we're going to stand next to it and save the game. Now, here is a key. Turn off auto save. Saving at the wrong time can destroy your shiny den. You do not want that to happen. It can stop you from finding the shiny den, first of all, but it can also destroy your shiny den once it's found. So absolutely, push X, go into your settings, and scroll down, and then up a little bit. There it is. Automatic save off. Deactivate. No. Then get out of there. Remember to save your changes when you get out of there. And we're going to get started. Now, normally when you approach this, there's not going to be a beam coming out. But if there is, like let's say this is the den I want, but there's already a beam coming out, just go and skip forward just like we did before until the beam disappears. After that, we can get started with our shiny pieces that we worked hard to get. So save right in front of the game, right in front of the den. The next thing I want you to do, see, step 1 is done, obtain the wishing pieces. Step 2 is done, use Cerebi to choose the den. Step 3, save at the den and turn off autosave. We've done that as well. Number 4, set text speed to slow or normal. Okay, I don't know how to stop these things from doing that. Probably repel, but I don't have anything since the beginning of the game. So let's go back to our options, and we're going to change the text speed, and that's the very first option right here. So you can choose slow or normal. Now I've done this quite a few times, so I know that I can be fast enough to handle normal, but if you're new to it, I would probably try slow instead. Also, if you have a controller that's wireless and you know that it's kind of laggy, again, I would use slow for that, or put my Switch in handheld at least. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna choose the den, and it's going to ask you, it's gonna say, there appears to be nothing in the den. Would you like to throw in a wishing piece? Choose yes. Then it's going to ask you, would you like to save the game? Yes, we want to save the game. So I'm going to go to a different den and hopefully do this right so that I don't like destroy the den that I already have. But if I do, it's worth it because it's for you. Okay, so the nearest den unfortunately already has a beam in it, and so I'll show you how to get rid of that beam so that you can make your own. Now what we're doing now is we're going to trick the game so that we don't have to use up our star piece, our wishing piece, on a beam that we don't want. So let's say we don't want this pink beam, we want a purple beam, but we only want to use one piece. So invite others. Just like we did before, we're just going to move forward in time to get rid of this pink beam that was there. Scroll all the way down, go to date and time. And while you're here, keep in mind that if you move up and it goes to 1, like let's say you're on January 30th, I'll show you that just so you see it. So let's say you started on 31st, you move up, it's a 1. That's not going to go forward in time, that's going to go backward in time. So you're going to need to go to the left and change it to February. Then you'll be able to hit OK, and it'll send you forward in time instead of back. I forgot what day we were on. I think 104 should be good. Okay, so keep in mind the month does change, and you want to make sure that you're going forward in time, not back. There we go. Okay, so the den is still there. That means that we didn't go forward in time. That's how you know. So you want to make sure you go forward in time. It doesn't matter like how many days you go forward, not at this stage. In future stages, it'll be really important that you make absolutely sure that you're going one at a time and being really careful. Alright, so you see it changed. So now you know for sure you went forward in time. And then you can get more watts from that. Okay, so save in front of your den. Talk to it and it'll say, there's nothing there. Say, yes, I want to throw in a wishing piece. Now it'll say, would you like to save the game? Get ready to hit your home button really fast. I'm going to use my thumb for this. You're going to say yes and immediately hit the home button. Ready? Go. Okay, so nothing happened. My guy kind of moved slightly more toward the den. That just means he wasn't perfectly facing it. A lot of people who do these videos don't go over what to do if that happens. So I'm going to tell you right now. You can go into the game and quickly go back to home immediately. Okay, so we're going to be real fast. Back to home. Okay, did you see it that time? The pink beam was coming up. We don't want the pink beam. So what we're going to do is we're going to close the game. That's going to stop it from saving that pink beam. And then we're going to be able to go right back in and try it again and again and again until we get the purple beam. Did you get all that? If not, that's okay, because I'm going to do it again. So we're going back into the game, and it's only a 10% chance that you'll get the purple beam on the first try anyway, so chances are you will have to go back in a couple of times before you get this right. Okay? And this is the last place that I saved, so I'm going to have to go somewhere else. Stop! Oh my god, these Pokemon are annoying. When I chose this den, I did not take into account how annoying these people would be. Oh, actually, this is a good learning opportunity. When you're running around trying to get your watts, if you'd like to avoid Pokemon getting you, stay really close to the edge. See right here, I'm going to stay really close to the edge. For whatever reason, Pokemon don't usually get me when I do that. I've never seen it happen before, even once. Okay, so here's an empty den, and I'm going to once again show you how to get the beam, just in case you missed it before. Now save first. Save the game. Then, there's no Pokemon inside. Would you like to throw in a wishing piece? Yes. Would you like to save the game? Get ready to push home. You're going to push yes and immediately push home. Go. Perfect. That was perfect. You could see the pink beam coming up. We know that's not what we want, so we're going to hit X. Close the software so that the game does not save that pink beam because we want the purple one. And just keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that until you get the beam that you want. And there you go. That is step 1 of the simple steps in order to get your shiny done. How did you do? Watch it again, try it again, be patient, understand that this is going to take a while. You can do it, I believe in you. If you would like some more information, or if you'd like to make some friends who are good at finding shiny dens and will help you learn how to host, please check out my Discord. If you are a nice person, if you're a generous person, you'll fit in there really well. We believe that the world is a dark, scary, kind of boring, and depressing place. So basically we put together a Discord so that we can give out free stuff and make people happy. Because we need as much light as we can get in the world. So if that sounds interesting to you and you'd like to make some friends who like Pokemon, check out my Discord. I'll put the link in the description below. Anything else I need to tell you before I go? I don't think so. However, you can leave me a comment if you have any questions. I read every single comment. I will get back to you. And if I find a lot of comments, then I will remake this video with an updated version that's more concise and more correct. But these are the steps that I took, and as you could see at the beginning, I found my shiny Arcanine, and you can too. So this is the end of video number 1. And if you got this and you've got your beam ready, you saved in front of it, time to move on to video number 2. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. I love you very much. It was a joy playing with you today, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.